What up everyone and welcome back to another Pro Guides video. We're here with a quick update to patch 10.4, which now has a ton of hotfixes for the recent changes to tank items. As stated by a Rioter, sometimes they expect to need some follow-ups to patches, and it looks like we're getting one this time. With the buffs to Bami Cinder and the items it builds into, it should come to no surprise that tanks have been seeing a lot more play. In this video, we're going to be telling you guys everything you need to know about the hotfixes. Are tanks OP still? Whatever happened to Soraka and Sona top? We've got the answers for you guys. Stay tuned. And once again, if you guys are interested in getting better at League of Legends, make sure to check out the description link below. Go find your challenger coach right now who will help you win more games. All right, let's get into the video. Alright guys, let's jump right into the changes. First off, let's talk about the buffs to tanks through Bami Cinder, Cinderhulk, and Sunfire cape. Here's an answer to that first question. Are tanks OP? Well, yes, or at least they were. Honestly, they probably still are, but all of the items with the Immolate passive have had it nerfed by quite a bit. All of these items' pulse damage is being reduced by 1% of maximum health. In other words, Bami Cinder will now deal its flat damage plus 1% of your maximum health instead of the original 2%. Sunfire cape and its upgraded form Forgefire cape will now deal 4% instead of the original value of 5%. Finally, Cinderhulk will deal its base damage plus 3% instead of 4% of your maximum health. If you weren't aware, this new pulse damage was also originally placed at a 10-second cooldown. This is also receiving a hard nerf, being pushed to 12 seconds instead. As a result, it'll be much more difficult to activate the bonus damage more than once in a team fight. So it appears that these original buffs were way too much. Who would have thought? Tanks, most notably Ornn, have seen their win rates climb significantly. I mean, that was the end goal, but these buffs were a bit too much, and the game definitely is reminiscent of the all-too-infamous tank meta in the days of the past. Ideally, we can't avoid allowing tanks to have enough damage to one-shot carries. While it'll still be stronger than it was prior to this patch, Sunfire cape and its related items are being toned down a bit to make sure that things don't get too out of hand. I've personally ran into some Ornns in solo queue recently, and already he feels way too strong, so some of these changes are quite justified, even though I did like the short-lived tank meta. Next up, let's talk about some follow-ups to Soraka and Sona. What's going on with them right now? Well, good news is Riot hit their mark in taking Soraka out of the top lane completely. The bad news though, well, they took a little bit too much power away from her. Support Soraka is a bit too weak, so she had her W cooldown reduced from 8 at rank 1 to 6 at rank 1. Additionally, its mana cost will now be reduced from 50 to 70 down to 40 to 60. And finally, the health cost reduction on her W while rejuvenated is being increased from 40% to 60% at rank 1 as well. The immense set of nerfs Soraka received have made her unable to compete in the top lane any longer. While she can't bully out opponents up there anymore, her W has received a ton of buffs to push her into a niche that prioritizes healing allies rather than herself during the laning phase. Not that she can cast W on herself, but the rejuvenation from her Q took a massive hit this patch. It's likely that the decreased health cost on her W while rejuvenated will make her an even stronger support than before. While she can't play as aggressively as before, she should be able to better sustain her lane partner, perfect for champions that need a little bit more health to win all-ins, or those that want to sit back and just farm. Sona, in spite of all the nerfs she received, was also doing too well in the top lane. To compensate, her AD has been nerfed from 49 to 45, AD per level decreased from 3 to 2, and her self-haste from E has been cut from a flat 20% to 10 to 14% based on the ability level. Unfortunately, this hefty set of nerfs is also going to hurt her down in the bottom lane as well. She's lost a lot of attack damage, so her poke isn't going to hit nearly as hard as before. At the end of the day, Sona will likely remain an okay support as she was doing incredibly well last patch. What's unlikely though is that she'll still be OP. This final set of nerfs should finally push Sona away from being the oppressive pick that she once was. While her win rate did vary by patch, it goes as high as 53% and as low as 50.6% before. Since she does spend less mana with a lane partner now, we can expect her to come out about the same strength as before, or only slightly weaker. That's it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Unfortunately for our friend Max over here, the tank meta will probably still be around. If you guys want to watch more videos like this, make sure to click the subscribe button. And if you guys want to get better at League of Legends, make sure to click the description link below. Go to ProGuides.com and find your challenger coach right now. That's it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. Good luck in your next few games, and I'll see you on the Rift.